Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to OMSI 2. We're in London today. Yes, we're back in London. I know that a lot of you have asked, when are you next going to London? When are you next going to London? But yes, we're back in London today, not on a double-decker, which is a bit unusual for us. We are using a single-decker bus today, the Wright Streetlite. And those of you that are more observant might have noticed that this is ever so slightly different. This is the new version 1.2 of the Studio Polygon Streetlite, which I've very kindly had sent over to me. Now, at time of recording, this is a private beta. It is not available for download as of yet, and it will come as a free update to all of you that own the Streetlite currently. As soon as it's time for release, it will just download through Steam if you bought it through Steam. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have any release dates, so please don't ask for them because I know nothing. But yes, version 1.2 is almost upon us. So what you need to do, if you haven't already, check the description. There's a download link to the current version of the Streetlite if you want the Streetlite, and yeah, it will come as a free update as and when. I mean, he's not said it'll come as a free update, but it would be a bit harsh to charge again, wouldn't it? But yes, so version 1.2, we're in London, excellent. It comes with this nice London variant of the livery. Let's go ahead and get into the bus first of all. Well, actually, no, let's not. Let's have a look around the outside. This particular version, he has rebuilt from the ground up. It's literally a completely new model. Nothing is the same. Well, it's the same in that it looks like a Streetlite. But yeah, other than that, it's completely new. There's a lot more features that we're not used to on OMSI, or that we've not seen before. So yeah, really excited when you ping this one over. And I'm telling you now, it is so much better than the previous one. So yeah, pretty stunning stuff from the outside, to be honest with you. We've got plenty of London variants. There's so many variants, and it can all be customised. If you're one of these people that likes to repaint, it can all be customised to anything virtually that you will see on real life Streetlite, you will see on this model. Brilliant, beautiful. Right, let's jump in. Now we could just click the internal camera, or we could do that. Well, hey, look at that, brilliant. I wonder if this one works as well. So if you just click once, it lifts the flap up, so you have to click it. I mean, that's just pretty cool, isn't it? Right, okay, so we're inside now. Now, I've not actually practiced opening the middle doors. How on earth do you close the damn things? Okay, never mind. We'll jump in the cab. We'll close them in a minute. So we'll open our cab door. Or maybe we won't. Have I locked it there? There we go. Come on. Open. No. Nearly. Right, okay. We're stuck in the cab. Come on. Nope. Okay, well, we're not going anywhere because Joe's stuck in the cab. And just frantically click. Right, okay. So, that's not working. Why can't I get out of the cab? Anyway, yeah, so cab's not working, obviously. Oh, I like how that turns as well. Pretty. Very nice indeed. But basically, we close the doors with this button, and you'll notice nothing happens. Look at that. Nothing happened. And then it'll shut. There you go. It's because a lot of more modern buses have a delay on the doors, so that obviously the drivers don't trap themselves. On my B10 BLE that I actually preserved, that's not a feature, so you've got to press it and leg it out the door. But yeah, a lot of more modern buses, I think it was the Eclipse 2s onwards that have this feature, or Wright bus in particular. Click that, and then you've got like 2 seconds to jump out. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. So, right, I have got the manual with me, because I'm trying not to miss out any of the new features. So if we start the bus up, we're currently using the Euro 6 version of the Daimler. It's got over 100 new sounds. You'll see this gorgeous little ticket machine for use with Addon London. You'll notice that works as well. How brilliant. It's not raining on the camera anymore. We've got kind of this more staticky look, which is really nice. Really like that. We've got opening windows, of course, new sounds. Yes. We'll turn the fan off because it gets on the nerves. But as well, unfortunately, we have lost the feature to punch the glass. I know, we can't punch the glass. That was... I mean, I didn't really use it that often, but it was quite a nice novelty feature of the Masterlight. But instead, look at this. We can open the windows. What's that? You're telling me that we could open windows on old OMSI buses? Of course. But look, it's smooth. Look at that. It's not just a... Oh, isn't that the most satisfying thing you've ever seen? It's not just... Like, normally they flick from closed to open, don't they? It's got a nice smooth animation. Beautiful stuff indeed. So, right, we've got the ignition on, and apparently we can move the dashboard. Now, let's have a look at how we do that. Right, okay, so adjusting the dashboard. Battery, master and ignition needs to be on, but the engine off. Okay. Then press the dashboard adjust button on the floor.
999.
Not that one. Yeah, I mean, I think we all knew it was not going to be that one. Now, the dashboard adjust button on the floor is there. Okay. So we've pressed it on the floor. Left click down. Right click to hold. Then adjust the dashboard. Right, okay. Nope. Oh, wow. There you go. You just grab the dashboard and wiggle it around. Brilliant. Right, well, we're going to have it. I mean, I'm fairly tall. There we go. We'll pop it in place and we'll get a wheel on. Look at that. That's absolutely brilliant. If that's too high for you, just get rid of the steering wheel. Press it in and pop it down. There we go. I mean, that is incredible. That's absolutely lovely. Let's put it in a ridiculous place. Let's put it there so we can see... there we go. We can see what's happening all the way throughout. Lovely. Nice flat steering wheel almost. Beautiful, beautiful. So there we go. It's got an adjustable dashboard. The London door open. Left click the door buttons. Right click to hold the flap open. Then click... Ah, right. Okay. That's fine. So we'll shut the back doors. And we'll get the engine on. There we go. So the engine is on now. It's the Euro 6. I mean, it sounds like an absolute bag of spanners, but he has said that most of the sounds are redone. We've got over 100 new sounds, like I say. There we go. We'll pop some lights on in the bus. I mean, it doesn't sound good, does it? I mean, it sounds like a street light, but street lights don't sound good. So there we go. Okay, so yeah, interior sounds, sometimes the engine sound. Oh, these are just known faults, right? Okay, so yeah, that's the quick start guide that we've looked at. One thing that I will point out, I mean, the exterior model looks a lot better, doesn't it? Looks a lot better, but I get much better performance, and I don't know if it's just me that gets much better performance on this. Right, let's have a look, see if I can work out how to do this destination. There we go, 432. To Anerley Station. Are we getting some rolly blinds? No. Oh wow! Look at that. They're off. Oh, there's a bit of flickering of numbers, but we'll ignore that. I mean, like I say, there are quite a few bugs with this still, but beautiful, beautiful stuff. So yeah, today we're on the 432 to Anerley Station. Which, I mean, I did promise you as soon as new things come out for London, we will go and drive them again. Why have we not got a bit of the old throttle? Okay. Have we got the engine on? Okay. I'm intrigued. Okay. I'm not quite sure why we're not moving. Okay, the Euro 6, I mean, I knew that the higher up you got on the Euro scale, the slower things went. Okay, let's get rid of you. And, right, okay. There we go, we'll turn this off. Is it working? There we go. There we go. We'll pop the hazard lights on and we'll try again. We'll try again. I mean, this is the first version of the Streetlite that's not worked. I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong there. I imagine I probably am. But why is it moving forward but we're getting no power? That's very, very peculiar. Right, okay, so we're going to go with the 11.5 metre. We'll go with the Cummins engine. It's never let us down yet. And it gives me a good opportunity to showcase both of them. You see, totally planned. Totally planned indeed. Right, okay. Sorry, I know you can't see this, but I'm just loading up the old OMSI menu. There we go. Spawn it there, and we'll just go down. We'll go past the one that's broken down. So this is going to be a Euro 5, so hopefully when I put my foot down, it might actually move. Well, I know the other version moved, didn't it? But it might actually move properly. And I don't know whether it's just while I'm streaming / recording. Because it's not streaming, is it? People aren't watching live. But yeah, I don't know if it's just while we're doing this. But the frame rates seem to have dropped, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, that's interesting. There's no Wright logo on the back of this one, but there is on the back of that. But there's a Wright logo on the front. Very interesting. Do the Cummins ones not have the Wright logos on the back? So this is the micro hybrid. Right, let's move the dash. Let's move it up there. Actually, no. We'll move it. We'll move it there. There we go. Right, does this work? Right, okay, so this works. That's good. Right, that might just be a bug with that one then. Either that or my pressing the buttons have broken it. Right, okay, so let's get the destination programmed in. Again, in terms of the Cummins versus the Daimler. Come on, click. There we go, sending destinations. And what we'll do is we will pop our little timetable in again. Anerley Station, Brixton Road, 15:25, Brixton. Ooh, we're going to be late now. Anerley Station. Right, off we go. Full steam ahead. And I mean, you'll notice it just sounds so much nicer, doesn't it? It sounds so much nicer than the previous version. There's our broken down colleague. Well, it's not our broken down colleague, it's us. There we go. We'll pull back in. And yeah, pick the 432 because, as you may or may not know, you may or may not remember, the 432 is my favourite bus route to drive in London. I just think it's nice. You're not confined to the city. You kind of get out a bit. Oh, that's a red light, but the other one's going to green, as is always the case on London. But don't worry, the February update is on the way. Yep, that's you heard correctly, the February update. Right, let's get pulled in here. Actually, I tell you what, we'll go past this chap. He's still fannying about, isn't he? There we go. We'll pull in here. Nobody? Does the 432 even stop here? No, it stops at the other stand. Never mind, you're not walking down, guys, because otherwise you're going to miss the bus. Nope, okie dokie, well, don't say I didn't try. Oh, hang on, we're early. We'll just skip ahead by a minute. There we go. Anybody? Oh, that chap's gone from behind me. Nope, fair dues. Right, there we go, mirror signal manoeuvre. Going to be a good drive today. I mean, of course, we've got the release of Bus Sim 2021 coming tomorrow. Do not panic, my chums. We will definitely. Whoops, we will definitely be covering Bus Simulator 2021. I'm very excited about it. Perhaps the best thing to do when Bus Simulator 2021 is coming out is not to play OMSI the day before, so we're not directly comparing it. But let's face it, we will be directly comparing it. Any new bus game is compared up against OMSI, and we've not found one as of yet which has done better. But I go into Bus Simulator 2021 open-minded, you know, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it will be a good game. It will be a good game. Do I think it's going to be a sim? No, I don't. But it could be fun to play. It could give us many hours of entertainment, and that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you leave a slot in your diary open for tomorrow, Bus Simulator 2021. I'm excited, and you should be as well. Right, so, yeah, right, off we go, Mr. Taxi Driver, come on. I mean, you have to admit, the Cummins one just sounds so much better than the Daimler one. I don't know what it is about the Daimler engine, it just, oh, it sounds naff, doesn't it? This one just sounds really smooth, really nice. The new Streetlite, however, the brakes are quite, you know, 1 minute they're not on, and the next minute they are on. There we go. Let's have a look. Anybody? Oh, it's the very thin people. There we go. Nobody getting on. It's yeah, it's struggling a lot more around London because just before I did this, I did a little test run, and I drove from Anerley into Brixton, and it worked perfectly fine. And dare I say, it was even smooth. I know. You wouldn't have thought that, would you? OMSI London running smooth. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know why it's struggling a little bit more, because there's even less traffic than there was on the way in. I think it might have, like I say, it might have something to do with the fact that I'm recording this time. But this Streetlite, definitely, you get really good frame rates in it. I mean, look at that. That set-off's nice and smooth. It's a lot better optimised than the previous version. Much better. Right, we'll just slow down here. There we go. Because I always go charging up that ramp, if you remember. Oh, and down again. Wait. And we actually went on the 432 recently. Me and a couple of friends went to London. And this is where we got on the bus. We got off the Victoria line at Brixton, and yeah, we got off the Victoria line at Brixton, and this is where we got on. Cause the stop that we just stopped at when nobody got on, the bus stop's actually closed at the moment for social distancing, of course. But yeah, we got. I didn't realise they ran B90L Gemini 2s on this route. When we saw the Gemini 2 approach, and I was like, oh god, it's a hybrid B5LH, of course it is. But no, it was a B90L, and we were mightily impressed. I think it was an 11 plate or a 61 plate, possibly. But yeah, it was a really enjoyable run. If you ever find yourself in Brixton, get the 432 to Anerley. That was one thing. I mean, we all had like one thing we wanted to accomplish while we were in London, and I said, I want to go on the 432. So we got the Victoria line down to Brixton from Euston. No, we didn't. What did we get from Euston? I don't think we got straight on a Victoria line. I think we got a... I can't remember what it was, to be honest with you. Might have been a Bakerloo line. No, because that doesn't stop at Euston. Oh, I can't remember. We got an underground from Euston. There you go. We got an underground from Euston down to Victoria. We got the 432 up to Anerley, and then we got a train up to... Where did we go now? We went up to London Bridge, I think we did. Yeah, London Bridge, Jubilee line, and messed about around there for a bit. It was a really, really good day. And it's nice to make use of an Oyster card, isn't it? I mean, the amount of travelling on trains and buses we did, I thought... I mean, I think it was like £13.60 or something we ended up paying in the end for a day ticket. The amount of travelling we did, because obviously it was just a day of travelling on buses and trains and tubes and trams, etc. The amount we did, I thought £13.60 was very reasonable. I'm sure it only used to be £6 for a day travel card, though. I'm sure it's gone up. Now, obviously, this particular livery we're using is just plain red. It's just titled Demonstrator. It's got a Transport for London interior. I've just realised I've not put the lights on. My apologies. There we go. Lights are on now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, what we're going to say then. Yeah, so the livery, there's no liveries with it. If you're driving a regional spec currently, hang on. If you're driving a regional spec currently, you are expected to drive a white one. If you're driving a London spec, it's just plain red. With a London interior, I'll give you that one. I don't know whether this new bus, in fact I'm pretty confident this new bus will break your repaints. All the repaints up to today will probably be broken by this. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm just suspecting the fact that it's a completely different model. I don't imagine the repaints will work. So repainters, prepare to be busy. Yeah, I might even dabble at repainting myself. I was a good little repainter back in the day, but then I stopped doing it because everyone else seemed to do it better. Oh, hang on. Oh, you see what I mean? The brakes are quite all or nothing on this. And I don't dispute, actually, that that's how a streetlight is. If you've ever been on a streetlight, they are quite jerky, because it's an electric throttle, obviously. So when you put your foot down, it kind of it's not a smooth ride, is it, compared to the older buses? I think it's electric power steering as well, which some of the drivers have complained gives them shoulder ache. There we go. Oh, it's the woman that's it's the woman that got off our flight the other day, OMSI lady. There we go. Take it nice and steady, because you can guarantee that they're all going to nearly go through the windscreen when I put the brakes on. Oh, I've missed London. You know, I have missed driving in London, particularly now that the frame rates seem a lot better. It's more of an enjoyable drive. Has there been an update to London? Surely not. I can't remember. They have announced updates to London that are coming, but I didn't think it was out yet. There's an Enviro 400. They've fiddled about with that, but they've said that there will be no more development of the Enviro 400, which is a crying shame, actually. I would have kind of expected. I mean, they've said, oh, the model's really old, and you know we're not going to be updating it anymore. I think that's pretty poor, given it was one of the original OMSI London buses. They made a big deal of, look, 4 buses, wow. So to say now, oh, we're not developing that one anymore. If they were saying they're providing us with a new model, you know, we're rebuilding the Enviro 400 from the ground up, then I'd be like, oh, okay, fair dues. But from what I've read, that doesn't seem to be the case. It's literally like, this is the Enviro 400, no further work will take place on it. That to me is quite poor. They have, however, said that they're going to be rebuilding the Citybus 200, i.e. the Enviro 200. That's going to have a complete makeover, as is the Evo Settee, as is the Routemaster. But out of all of those, my favourite to drive was the Enviro 400. So, you know, the fact that we've paid the money for the product, which you could argue with the performance issues, with the fact the February update is still not here in early September, and of course that, you know, I mean, it's yeah, I just, yeah. You could argue that the product was released when it wasn't fit to be released, with all the functionality problems that we've had with it. But, yeah. It's a frustrating one. I mean, I personally really enjoy driving the Enviro 400, so if it's not getting any further development, that's a shame. Disappointed is the word. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. And you know that I'll always tell you it as it is. And that's my personal opinion. One thing I have noticed as well is that I don't know if it's necessarily... did they not used to have next stop announcements? Is this, you know, like they used to say, Upper Tulse Hill, for when we were arriving at Upper Tulse Hill? Is that not something that used to happen? Because it doesn't seem to be happening anymore. Is that something that was perhaps causing frame rates to drop? And have they got rid of it? Because one of my friends, Mr. Harry Gribbins, or Magic Toad as he's known, if you're in the Discord server, him and Mike were around at my house, not last night, night before, and you know, I was driving in London. We had an OMSI 2 London session, and I did notice that the next stop announcements are gone. I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. And we were driving the Master Switch Gemini, and then they don't seem to be working on this either, so maybe there's an update and I'm missing it, or maybe I've somehow broken it in a way. But yeah, a bit disappointing if they've gone, because obviously that's the, you normally get that 432 to Anerley Station. You know, it just seems to be missing a bit. It had the announcement, sorry, the 432, but it didn't say which stop you were at. There we go. Hello. Yes, hello. Right, we'll shut the doors. Oh, Evo SETI. Oh, I do like the Evo SETI, even though he's just smashed into that Range Rover. I don't imagine they'll be very happy. I mean, the OMSI London, I've realised, I thought that this looked like it was a really affluent, really vibrant area. I think OMSI 2 Addon London has kind of not really, it doesn't represent, it's not a very good represent. I mean, the roads, you know where you are. When we were on it in real life, I knew exactly where I was at every point. So, okay, fair dues. Maybe it's a very good representation, but, I mean, it looks like a very vibrant, a very upmarket area, and I don't think that's necessarily the problem of OMSI London. I think that's just OMSI itself. It makes things look a lot more, you know, a lot nicer than they are. But it was kind of around here, or was it around here? Yeah, it was around here. I think High Trees was the stop, where there was a guy stood at the bus shelter who was smoking a spliff. And the bus driver slowed down to pick him up, saw that he had a spliff in his hand, and just carried on. And the guy at the bus stop was like waving his arms in the air and shouting a lot of expletives, which couldn't possibly repeat on the channel. But you know, I mean, well, you know, whatever your stance on it, cannabis is illegal, and I just thought the bus driver's little screw you was quite amusing. I mean, we all had a good giggle because it wasn't at our expense, But yeah, he just saw he had a spliff in his hand, just carried on. Like, no, you're not getting on my bus and making it smell awful. So yeah, thumbs up to that bus driver. It really did make us laugh. I mean, even now, my jaw's hurting. Right, there we go. Doors open. Oh, they're all here, aren't they? I mean, this bus is not fit for purpose on this route. Oh my god, somebody's teeth. Oh, that's genuinely quite terrifying. That's frightening. Okay, so somebody's sat... Oh, it's the old lady. Is it the old lady? Yeah, it's the old lady. And the old lady's teeth... Oh, no, that's awful. Coupled with this circle, it kind of looks like a face, missing one eye. Oh, that's terrifying. We're not going on the back seat anymore. Oh, you're letting me out. That's very kind. Oh, you're not letting me out. Oh, okay. Cheers. Cheers for that. Way. Yeah, I mean, this bus is clearly not fit for purpose, is it? When you look at it, it's too small for this route. This should be double-deckers. I mean, if we're not going to go inside again for fear of the old woman's teeth, but yeah, they're quite cosy. I mean, this is a COVID bus at its finest, isn't it? You know, they'll all be moaning, oh, the bus was too small, surely it should be illegal to be packed in like this. Whereas actually, in fact, you know, you didn't see me at any point with the cattle prod forcing them on. You know, I didn't have a gun to any of their heads. So, yeah, they all made that decision, they can line it. Wait! Whoa, bit of curvature. Right, there we go. Right, so we're off up to Tulse Hill. Well, the station, that is. Oh wow, a class 700. Thames Link going over. Oh, it's a 12 car by the looks of things. Oh, someone else getting off. I love that stop bell. That Wright bus stop bell is just lovely. There we go. I don't think it's going to be too long, to be honest with you, until we're leaving folk behind. Let's have a look at the finish getting off at the back. Right, okay. God, how many more people can you fit in a bus? It's like full on sardines, isn't it? Clowns in a Mini Cooper, Londoners, angry Londoners in a streetlight. Look at them all. You can tell they're fuming, aren't they? Come on then. Why are we... oh, it's these temporary lights, isn't it? Oh, this is going to take us ages to get through then. Why is the traffic so bad? When I drove down here before, we were fine. Oh, dear me. Right, okay. Well, I mean, this is fine. This is London. And London with traffic is obviously, you know... There is traffic in London. We need a Plaxton president, don't we, for OMSI? And I'd kind of read on the forums that someone was making one, but that was quite a while ago and I've not seen any updates. But, I mean, we could do with binning off the Enviro, the Evo SETI, get rid of them all, and replace all the AI traffic with ALX 400s, which we've got, and Plaxton Presidents. You know, that era of London would be great if we could, you know, change it up. You're not going to let me go, are you? Nope, didn't think so. Right, thank you, Mr. Whatever you are behind me. Think you're a Range Rover. Way. Oh, I like the emergency exit on the back. This is going to take us ages. We're going to be really late. But, I mean, to be fair, we're not as late. We're not doing as badly as we were beforehand, if you remember. When we first started driving London, we were just late everywhere all the time. Right, let's have a look. We'll pop the Wayfarer log in, because, I mean, I've got ticket selling turned off, because otherwise you would be late. And this is, of course, the London ticket machine. The regional variant comes with a ticketer. Hang on. 207854. There. Nope. Are you not having it? Driver 207854. Okay, so the ticket machine appears to be... Oh no, hang on. That's because I'm using the ticketer login. Duh. 985441. 985441. Obviously, there's no driver with that pin. 026. There we go. Garage ID. 24. There we go. Check the bus. Yes. How do you change that to yes? Yes, I have. Operator number 548579. Or just 548 will do. Duty number, I don't know. What's the duty number? Duty number 12. Route 432. Trip 17, I think. ETM sign on OK. That is a stroke of luck, isn't it? That I got all of that correct. Oh! There we go. Right, okay. That is how you get the announcements working. You actually sign on your ticket machine. My apologies to Addon London. You need to sign the ticket machine on, and then announcements will start happening. Right, well, to the chaps at Addon London, my humble apologies for accusing you of getting rid of the announcements. Yeah, brilliant. So we've got next stop announcements now. I didn't think it was a bit bizarre. I'm sure that they were working last time I played. I don't remember seeing an update, but yes, right, you sign the ticket machine on and all will work. It's even got a little Oyster thing to tap your contactless card or your Oyster card. Gah, are we still here? You don't get many through on the greens, do you? And I can't even see the traffic lights. They're not working. That's why. Oh, what a nightmare. That's because you're looking at the wrong traffic lights. The other traffic lights are just in front, and they're on red. Yeah, I mean, it's been 8 months and they've still not finished these roadworks, have they? It's been a while. Come on. Let's be having you. Let's do it. Come on. Foot down. Nope. Oh, okay. Oh, 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 movement, movement.
Lancaster Avenue.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh no! For goodness sake, we nearly made it. I'm sorry. No, we've committed there. Clearly not a proper taxi driver if you don't go through on the occasional red. There we go. Sorry, it had to be done. For the sake of the viewers, it had to be done. That 432's late as well. Oh, it's the Berlin chap. He's obviously come over to drive buses here. We're 3.8 minutes behind schedule. That's not good. Oh, hang on. We're not going to fit through there. Ah! Well, that's turn up for the books, isn't it? Oh, I think I bashed my wing mirror on his, but other than that, we're fit through there. Oh, ye of little faith. Yeah, okay, I've got collisions turned off, but right, that's having a. I don't know what the flange noise is. Whenever you stop, there's kind of the flange that you would expect to hear in Train Simulator. I don't know what that is. I mean, I don't dislike it. Partial to a bit of flange every now and then. Don't roll your eyes. Yeah, just partial to a bit of flange, particularly when we're train simming. But flange in bus sim is a new one. Come on, some people need to get off, because otherwise we're not going to get any of this lot on. Nope, okay. Sorry guys, you'll have to wait for the next one. Lucky for you, it's a decker, so yeah, it's a double decker, so you'll be fine. I think this taxi's going to go for the full throttle. You know. Are there any? Oh, yeah, there are black cabs. I'm going to say, what's with all these with the writing all over? Come on then. Oh yeah, you just turned across, mate. Oh my God, we've witnessed a crash. Kind of goes into one lane there, doesn't it? Which is
Wright Station.
It's a bit of a problem. It's a bit of a problem when your traffic don't have a clue what's happening with the traffic rules. Come on! It's a green light, mate. We'll try flashing the headlights. Sometimes that works. Oh, for crying out loud! Well, that was annoying. That was very annoying. Right, off we go. Clearly the giveaway means nothing to you. Knob. Right, carrying on. So we're on our way down to Crystal Palace now, aren't we? I mean, this is West Norwood Station, obviously, but yeah, that's like the next place that we get to. I like the billboards that change, the adverts at the bus stop. Oh. That's interesting. Someone, you've forgotten your ticket, love? Or is that my ticket? I think that's like my start of shift. You poke your nose out, think that you're going to get out just because you've poked your nose out.
Avenue.
Well, we'll just pop into this lane, given that somebody's parked in this in the lane that we were in. I mean, looking at the marks on the ground, they're perfectly within their rights to do that, but it just makes it a little bit more awkward for us, doesn't it? There we go. Well, so this is Ernest Avenue. Oh, she's here. As long as you don't get your teeth out again. Oh, she's moved off. Oh no, it's somebody else now. There's just no teeth. I mean, if I were you, I would really, really be looking forward to this bus. I really would. It's such a pleasure to drive. It's so much nicer than the previous version of the Streetlite. Hey, straight in. Time for that, love. Yeah, it's so much nicer to drive than the previous version, and the fact that you've got the movable dashboard, the customisable dash, is just brilliant. But what I have noticed is the fact that it's 20 degrees in this bus. It's starting to get stuffy, so let's get a couple of those smooth animation windows open. Oh, look at that. That is just... I could literally sit here and just open and shut the windows for half an hour. That could be the video, couldn't it? Oh, does that mean your oyster's not got out on, love? Goodness only knows. I mean, I wasn't looking at who it was that scanned the oyster, so... Oh, there we go. We're up to a red light, so we'll just take it steady. I mean, we're not too far. This is kind of Gypsy Hill, isn't it? I mean, Gypsy Road, you'd imagine, was near Gypsy Hill. Oh, look at that. We're still for 4.4 minutes late. We're not making up any time whatsoever, really, are we? I mean, we're speeding, because it's only a 20 mile an hour down here, if you remember. I think the fact that we're so busy is not helping the speed of the boarding and alighting. There we go. Full. Sorry, ladies. There'll be another one along in about 30 seconds, because that's the frequency of all buses in London.
Norwood Park.
Oh, we're coming up to the left-hand bend. Well, not left-hand bend, a T-junction, isn't it? Way! Invisible bump in the middle of the road there. Are we... yeah, okay, people have finished getting off. Doors are shutting. And one thing that I was really surprised, and this might shock you to know, but you see how we're going to turn left here at this T-junction? If you look right on OMSI, there is just a line of trees there. Hang on, let's just position ourselves. There you go. Just a line of trees. That is actually a proper road that goes somewhere in real life. You know, I looked expecting to see a row of trees, and no, it just carries on with houses and everything. It's, you know, very, very weird. I was astounded. I was like, hang on, there should be just a line of trees there that you can't see past. Great. Typical, there's always someone when you're late wanting to cross the road, isn't there? Come on! Hey, there we go. Power! One thing I did notice as well while we were down in London is the bus drivers didn't seem to wave to each other that often. You know, there was a couple that waved, but then there was a lot that didn't wave to each other. I mean, that's a full-on sackable offence up north if you don't wave to your colleagues. So I just wonder, I mean, Simon pointed out to me, perhaps it's because there's that many buses in London, you'd just always be waving. So maybe they just wave to their select favourites. You know.
Hermitage Road.
I like the fact it's struggling up the hill. I mean, we always like a bus that struggles up the hill. I mean, streetlights tend to struggle everywhere, don't they? This perhaps explains why the actual bus route has B9 Geminis on, because they'd probably put hybrids on and they're all knackered. There we go. Someone getting off as well. Yeah. I mean, it's quite amusing. The bus that we were on wasn't remotely as busy as this. I think there was about 3 of us upstairs. There wasn't many at all.
Rockmount Road.
I know we're speeding, but we've got time to make up here, haven't we? And it's acceptable to speed when you know, when you're trying to make time up. It is. There we go. Right. Quick, off, on, time to go. We're nearly at Crystal Palace here, aren't we? I don't have an obsession with Crystal Palace. I know that that's kind of when we're near Anerley. We go up here and then there's the crossroads and you can see the bus station on the left if I remember rightly.
Westow Hill.
Or maybe it's not. We're not far off though, are we? I mean, those retarder sounds sound absolutely perfect, don't they? Absolutely spot on. Oh. Oh, there we go. Right. Marvellous. Right, go, go. Yeah, this is near Crystal Palace, although we could do with some buildings spawning in round the corner, couldn't we? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, what on earth are you doing? I like the horn, but it stops a bit abruptly, doesn't it? Oh, hang on. We're loading some tiles in. That's... There we go. Oh, it's oh, it doesn't like Crystal Palace, does it? It's having a bit of a Barney. Oh yeah, just in. What on earth are you doing, Mr. Prius? Come on then. Oh, there we go. Right. Ticket's printed. I don't know why it keeps printing a ticket. Can anyone shed some light in the comments as to why that keeps happening? Is that like an OAP pass? You scan it and you get a ticket. Maybe like an OAP Oyster?
Crystal Palace Park.
Oh, there you go, you see, Crystal Palace.
Towards Hernhill, Lewisham, Norwood Junction, Sydenham or West Dulwich from Crystal Palace bus station.
Oh, so there you go, you can get to quite a few places. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that the frame rates aren't as good on this way. I mean, when I did the trip into Brixton, the frame rates were absolutely spot on, to the point where I was genuinely a bit concerned. But yeah, a little bit disappointed they're not quite as good on the way back. I mean, they're by no means as bad as they were when it first came out, but yeah, yeah, it's a shame. I was really hoping for a really smooth run with you. I mean, it's not been bad, has it, really? It's just not quite as good as it was when we went the other way. Right, to business. Come on, E-Class, get your foot down. We're running 3 minutes late still. I mean, we've caught up a minute and a half, haven't we? Oh, hang on, that wasn't the handbrake. There we go. Quite a few will get off here, I imagine. Or maybe not. 1 or 2, at best.
Crystal Palace Station.
It was around here that we saw some sort of...
Crystal Palace National Sports Centre and Athletics Stadium.
We saw some very odd-looking Citaros, which I didn't realise they had in London. There's a lot of buses. I mean, when you get to the outskirts of London, there's a lot of very odd buses that they have. I mean, we saw this one thing, and I've got no idea what it was. It might have been a King Long. It might have been a BYD. I've got absolutely no idea what this bus was that we saw at Brixton. It was a single-decker with like a hydrogen electric pod on the roof or whatever it was. But I've still got absolutely no idea what it was. Because the group that I was with, oh my god, what's that? I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. Oh, hang on. I really like how the card balance that flashes up on the ticket machine, you know, the Oyster card balance is a different amount every time. It's a random amount. That's really good. You know, I thought it'd probably be like the same amount every time. Right. Right. Yep. Hey, full. Come on. I know you don't like hills, Mr. Streetlight, but we're going to have to push through. Put you on one of the hilliest routes available on this map. Other than perhaps the is it the 332? That's got a few hills on it. What's the other one that begins with a? I think it begins with a 2. That's operated by a Bellio. You know the one I mean. The first one we did with the Enviro 200. The 2 something. I can't remember, to be honest with you. The one that goes from Streatham to Tulse Hill. Or Hernhill. 201. That's the one. That's got a few hills. Oh, sorry, I appear to have just driven past the bus stop. The brakes didn't quite kick in as early as I thought they would. Right, come on, straight road. I know we've got one last set of roadworks to get through, but I'm confident we can. You know, when I look at the quality of this streetlight, I really am excited for the renown. And I don't really like streetlights in real life. I might have mentioned that once or twice. I like this streetlight in the game because it's so realistic. It's an absolute bag of spanners to drive. You know, it's a pain in the ass. But that's why I like it, because I think it's replicating the real thing very well. You know, which, if it's accurate, that's what I'm always looking for. So I'm really excited for the renown that Studio Polygon are doing, the B10 BLE. They're also doing a B90L Gemini, of course. They announced that quite a few months ago now, probably before London came out. But that's exciting, particularly if we've got a dual-door B90L Gemini for use on the 432. Hello! Brilliant. But yeah, so there's lots of exciting things coming to OMSI, still coming. I'm sure they do this deliberately. I mean, they've posted all these pretty pictures, and one of the chaps at Studio Polygon actually showed me the renown in the stream, and oh, he streamed it on Discord. It was like private viewing, you know, private viewing. Oh my goodness me, if you are not excited about that B10 BLE, you really should be. We've committed. Yeah, you really should be if you're not already. It looks and sounds absolutely sensational. But of course we've got the Eclipse pack, which is still coming for OMSI 2. It's been coming for quite a while now. I was looking back through some of the photos and... oh, hello. I was looking back through some of the photos from, when were it, late 2019? Coming soon to an OMSI 2 near you. I'm like, it's a very fluid definition of the word soon, but, you know, it's still coming, still coming. We'll keep it. I'm still on tenderhooks for it. Everything that Masterbus have produced as well, or Master Switch, sorry, has never disappointed. It's always a very high standard of vehicle, so I'm sure it'll be worth waiting for. Hang on, you're all getting on here. The terminus is literally round the corner. This is the height of laziness. You can literally see the railway bridge from where we are. There we go. That's the terminus round there. Literally there. I mean, I don't know quite how it works here. I thought that Anerley Station was the terminus, but there's another stop, Jasmine Grove, around the corner. I don't know if this is actually meant to stop there, because she didn't announce it on the bus. She just announced Anerley Road, Anerley Station. But it was quite funny, because the bus driver went sailing past. We were the only ones that were on at this point. And I don't know if he knew that we were on. He went sailing past straight round into the terminus. We were like, hang on. And then we got off. Hang on, what's that? Is that a... That's a rev counter. And it turns out if you put it in neutral, it doesn't rev. That's a shame. I was hoping to kind of watch the rev counter go off the scale. That is a digital rev counter. I've not seen that before. Did the old Streetlight have that? Probably did, I've just probably never noticed it. And when you accelerate, the revs go up. Who'd have thought it? Wow! Move out the way, Mr. Taxi.
Anerley Station.
Nope. I'm sorry, we've committed here. Because of your messing about. Oh, over the curb. I challenge you to do that without clipping the curb in an 11.5 metre street light. I don't think it can be done. There we go. And having actually been here, I'm very impressed with the OMSI 2 rendition of Anerley Station. It's missing some ticket machines, but I guess that's not really the focus of this of OMSI London, is it? And if you have a look on my Flickr, you can actually see some photos of trains that I've taken from here and here. There is a bridge missing. Yeah, there's a bridge missing at Anerley Station. But I guess you don't really see it from the road, do you? So perhaps it can be forgiven. God, we're still getting off. This is a lot of people to pack into one street light. There we go. There we go, there's Jasmine Grove on the left there. That's a stop that we didn't know was on the 432. Don't know if it is on the 432, but it's where we got off when he forgot that we were on. Straight round. Oh, are you pulling out? Go on then.
Anerley Station.
No. Oh, you've got your door open. Why are you indicating out then? Oh, there we go. And yeah, that's apparently a done thing. Is when you're reversing, little honk on the horn, and then smash into your colleague. I'm sure Arriva have enough financial finances. I'm sure they've got enough of them to afford a new wing mirror and indeed a new front end for an Enviro. I mean, this is a disaster. Have we got a reversing camera? If you can call that a reversing camera, yes we do. Wait. That's us done. There we go. So that is the first rendition of the Streetlite V1.2 on OMSI 2 Addon London. Thank you so much for watching today. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed, why not? We cover so much fascinating content for OMSI 2. And there is a link in the description to join the Discord. Pop in there, have a natter, post your screenshots. You know, it's a friendly community of people that are all about the Joe Dobson YouTube. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Cheerio. Goodbye for now.